Welcome back to Hertz Farm Management's 2022 growing season update video series. My name is Craig Welter. I'm a farm manager in our Nevada, Iowa office, and we're out here again in Grundy County, Iowa. If you remember, we're growing 3 different kind of crops on this farm. We're growing soybeans, commercial corn, and seed corn production. If you need a refresher on that, you can refer back to last month's video, but you can see compared to last month, we've really had some great growth progress in these soybeans. They were, maybe about half the size at that time several weeks ago, and now they're close to knee high. So let's go ahead and jump in and look at how the soybeans are progressing. So like I said, we've had some tremendous growth progress in these soybeans. Several weeks ago, we didn't have any flowers that were starting to appear, but now we have flowers up on the very top of the plant. So that means that we're progressing through the reproductive stages of the soybeans. The next stage, now that all these flowers have appeared, we'll start to accumulate the pods that the soybeans will eventually sit in. So we'll be watching for those pods to start coming, because at that time is usually the most advantageous time to apply a fungicide. The fungicide will help with plant health. The plant will be more efficient in its growing process, and it'll also protect against any foliar diseases that might appear. Right now, we've got really healthy green soybean leaves, no signs of disease, but we've got some really humid and hot conditions that have been here the past couple of weeks, and it looks like the next 2 weeks we'll have those conditions as well. So we want to try to prevent those diseases from appearing at all, and those fungicide products will help as a preventative from those funguses appearing on the soybeans. So we'll usually apply them before any disease appears, just for the plant health, efficiency, and protection benefits that we get from them. So right now we're off to a great start. Really no signs of insects or fungus concerns, and things are really cranking along with the soybeans. So now we'll move on to talking a little bit about the commercial corn production on the farm. So when you think about corn production, you might think about the tassels that appear during the middle of the growing season. And that's what we're here to really look at today, is try to figure out how far along the corn is, and then think about, same as the soybeans, what we're going to do for a fungicide application to protect this crop. So one of the things that you can do to determine how far away you are from tasseling occurring is pull out the whorl of the corn plant. So that's what I'll do here, and then we'll talk a little bit about how we determine how far away we are from that occurring. So we pull out these leaves. So this leaf has a full collar on it, so we don't need to count that one. Then this next leaf, that'll be the next leaf that comes out. So we'll tear away that one. So that's one. And then we've got this second leaf. And then finally, this is what they call the flag leaf. So this is where the tassel is actually enveloped and will eventually appear. So that last leaf is kind of like a partial leaf. So each leaf takes about 2 to 3 days to come out of the plant whorl. So we're looking at maybe 4 to 6 days away from these tassels coming out. And tassel time is really when we start to think about doing fungicide applications. Right now there's no disease present that we would be concerned that we need to get on it right away. But that time when you use a fungicide, this is really a critical point in the corn growing season. It's determining the number of kernels that's going to have when the silks come out and the pollen comes off of the tassel. And then throughout this process of the reproduction phase of the growing season, we're looking at grain fill and how big those kernels are going to be. So we want to protect that plant during this critical time of the year, especially when we have some conditions that might be unfavorable for corn production. So we've got some higher overnight temperatures that are projected over the next couple of weeks, above 70 degrees, some really humid conditions, and some really hot conditions during the day too. So if we can apply a fungicide, not only to protect against disease that might come later and prevent that disease, we can also use that fungicide for the for the crop to be more efficient in its growth during this critical growing phase. So right now, we're about 4 to 6 days away from these tassels coming out, so we'll really start to see the fungicide planes start to fly, and it'll be time to get that product on the crop and protect that crop as much as we can. So when we're looking for plant diseases, really you're looking at any of the leaves on the plant can have that disease present. So we're looking for any lesions or brown spots. We've got a new disease out there that's prevalent that's called tar spot. So any black or anything like that might look like a disease on the plant would be a concern. But really, you can see we have a really healthy green corn plant here right now. No signs of disease. So really happy about that. We've got a great crop that's growing out here right now. We've had a really nice growing season, good rainfall, good heat. Even though the planting season was a little bit delayed, still really have a good crop out here. So we want to do as much as we can to protect that. We'll plan on using a fungicide here in the next 10 to 14 days probably. Get a plane and have it fly across the field to get that fungicide applied. So we'll plan on doing that, and once we have that, then we're kind of protected against diseases that might come in the next 30 days. And hopefully once we get that past that point, then there wouldn't be any disease pressure, and we'd be close enough to harvest that our yields should be protected. So thank you for watching our July crop update. If you have any questions that come up, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to address them as best as we can in next month's video. Until then, keep an eye out on the Hertz pages for any videos, and we'll be back to see you again in August. Thanks for watching.